Hey everybody, welcome back. Psychedelic here. Got another Acid Archives Diaries for you today, number 21. And hopefully later on this week I'll push out number 22. I'll be taking a little holiday break this coming Wednesday, so I'd like to keep the content rolling, keep you guys entertained, and I'm really enjoying this thread as well, so hope you guys are enjoying it as well. This is probably going to be a pretty short entry today. And I do have an idea what the next one's going to be. I'm going to try and hopefully record it tomorrow, but it'll probably come out on like a Friday or Saturday. But let's roll into this one. So, pretty relevant sort of album title, you could say. America, Where Are You? I'm sure you guys may have seen me post this years ago here on YouTube. It's a band, it's under the name Concern, but this is actually Guitar Ensemble, which were a contemporary Christian folk gathering that was formed out of like Las Vegas, New Mexico, or at least this one was. It was printed out of Las Vegas, New Mexico, sort of around the Santa Fe area. But I think they originally were from Albuquerque. And yeah, I think this had a run of maybe 200 to 300 copies, reportedly. Pretty small run, so. And this is probably the most scarce out of any project they've ever done, too. I think Guitar Ensemble, they only had 2 records. The one I always see all the time is under the title You and You. It's got a black and white cover, kind of a funky illustration on there. And I feel like they pressed more copies of that one, and this one didn't get as many copies for some reason. But yeah, I think this was like the following year or two after those records. I think the other one's called Have Faith. I haven't heard that one. But this is basically a compilation of those 2 albums. It's got like the best of those 2 albums, some of the best cuts. I think in total there's like maybe 5 to 7 cuts included on here. And for some reason, those tracks I feel like are all on side 2 maybe. Yeah, there's 7 tracks on side 2. They all feel like they're a part of those projects because you can kind of tell the difference between the new and old material. Because side 1 starts out really great. Some of these tracks really dive in a little bit into the psych waters. Pretty light, but it's not full-blown psychedelia. Got tracks like Lone Man's Plea, which is the opening track. Some great organ leads, wah guitar. It's got a really good kind of grooving rhythm to it, and followed up by tracks like Close to Me. Abortion is a really other big highlight off here. This Is a Man. It's got really good harmony work on there. America, Where Are You? The title cut. It's got some playfulness, some playful chords going on, but for the most part, this is pretty moody, kind of a more darker side of that Christian contemporary folk music. And of course they're tackling some social injustice subjects on here. And lyrically, I mean, they're pretty spot on, but musically as well. It gets the moodiness just right. Everything checks out really good on here. It's not one that I listen to all the time, but every time I return to it, like I did this past weekend, it's definitely a keeper. And dare I say, one of the best of its kind. Considering the folkier, Christian, psych-adjacent records, this is definitely one that, I definitely scored on. I'm not really sure what these are going for nowadays, but I've seen prices range between like 50 to, maybe $200. But I certainly wouldn't pay that much for this. I mean, if you can still find it for like under $50 like I did, this is definitely one that I would definitely scoop up. So yeah, check the tracks out, Abortion and Lone Man's Plea. I think those are like the 2 best tracks, but overall, it's kind of one of those things where if you just kind of submerge into the whole, both sides of this one, it really works its magic on you over time. So yeah, that's really all I know about their backstory. There might be a little more online, but couldn't find a whole lot. Bob Rivas, I think he's like the main composer on here as well. So let's see what the Acid Archive says. So Yep, 1973, no label, so it certainly is a private pressing. It's the one rarity back in the day, and that says, credited to Concern. This recording takes the best half of Guitar Ensemble's The You and You, the Bob Rivas tracks, and adds some cool new topical ones by Eloy Montoya with electric guitar and moody organ moves. It's rarer than either of the Guitar Ensemble LPs. So that's all it gives you. Yeah, some cool electric guitar. It's not really any fuzz that I can recall, but it's like a little bit of an electric backing to it. But the organ sounds really nice on here. The new tracks are definitely give this one a bump in my rating for sure, and they definitely make it a keeper for me. Otherwise, probably wouldn't like it as much. And I think as far as the new tracks go, maybe it is all of side one, but at least like I'd say four or five tracks sound brand new. You can definitely tell because the mixing job, you know, the way the studio kind of leaks in, you can definitely tell what tracks those are. So yeah, short and sweet. We'll see what the next one is. So till then, hopefully I get to push it out this week. But if not, have a safe weekend, and we shall see you soon.